Good morning and welcome to Love Island The Morning After, the only official Love Island podcast.
This All-Star season is getting spicier by the day, so if you need someone to dissect and debrief all the drama with, you are in the right place. This morning, it's not just me, Amy Hart, with my partner in crime, Indiyah Polack. We have someone here to fill the manhole in this podcast, and that is one and only Alex Bowen.
I'm back.
Again.
You accepted our date offer.
We're on a third date now.
Literally, 3 days in. Right, guys, are we ready? Because in the words of Scott Thomas, last night it was a madness.
It was a madness. Ronnie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, what, you want a kiss? Can't have a kiss straight away, can we? Or can we?
What do you want to do?
I wish the cameras had been rolling because we screamed,
Yeah.
we flew backwards. Obviously, he just kissed Elma.
Yeah.
After she had told him that he wasn't a very good kisser, he went in for round 2.
Which I think is quite bad. That's not very nice, is it? If
You
it's
know
the other way
what?
around, it'd be different.
She was direct, and to be fair, he took it on the chin, but I actually really did like that she was honest because I think far too often people will just bluff and be like, yeah, it was nice, knowing they didn't enjoy it. So I like that she was being open and honest.
Yeah.
And by, the second time, he upped his game.
Yeah, but
She's-
has it backfired?
Well,
Because now he's
well.
like kissed Kaz straight away. And I think obviously it's Ronnie, that's what he's all about. But I think he likes Kaz, and Elma's just said, oh, you're not a very good kisser. So now he's just like, I'm just going to go kiss Kaz.
And Kaz is using the information that has been presented to her by going, I thought you were a great kisser.
Even
Let's
though
go
I
again.
do feel like when Elma was saying, oh, Ronnie's kiss wasn't that great, Kaz was low-key agreeing like, yeah, no, it could have used a little bit more work.
Yeah.
But like, what do we think, guys? Would you ever teach someone how to kiss, or do you think that's something that should come naturally?
I'm too polite, I think.
Yeah, I'm
I
way
would just
too
go with it and
polite.
then be like, oh, I'm really sorry, I can't see anymore.
Yeah, no, fair.
Yeah, like being intimate like that is like, it's such a big thing.
Yes.
So like that's like a compatibility issue. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if the kissing's not there straight away, obviously it worked the second time because it
Yeah.
was a game. It wasn't a
Yeah.
natural first kiss. It was more in like a setup scenario. So I think
Yeah.
that's why it wasn't as
And
great.
they just grab them, don't they? And then try to shove his
And
tongue
he
in, like
was
you
on
said.
turbo mode like he always
Yeah.
is. He was like
Turbo.
running around like he had an itch
He
show.
was very overexcited in front of all the boys. But do you think Kaz was right to go and kiss Ronnie straight away?
To be honest, I think yes and no.
Yeah.
I think from the side, it's still very early in there, but then she does know how much Elma likes him. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it, really.
Yeah.
I think though, if she was going to do it, I feel like night
Yeah.
2 is probably the night to do it, rather than waiting a couple of days for Elma to catch more feels, for them to become
Yes.
maybe
That's
more
true.
closed off. You've got to strike while the iron's
Okay,
hot.
I'm 75-25 now.
I'm literally the same
Get you to
because
100.
I feel like from a friend perspective, it's obviously not nice to see. But Kaz has told Elma, look, I do actually like Ronnie. However, it could have come across a little bit insensitive kissing him straight after you just heard that Elma's kissed him. And she really did say as well, like, oh, look, we're friends and I don't
Yeah.
want to step on your toes. But she did exactly that.
Yeah.
See, now I'm 50-50 again.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
Pendulum swing.
don't give me all the oh, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And then do the complete opposite.
Yeah.
But I suppose you can see things from both sides.
Yeah.
Because going down to the secret garden, it's
Which
like
was Ronnie's idea, by the way.
On the one hand, it's like, oh, it's somewhere private. That makes it a little bit saucier.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like, what would you rather her do? Sit and snog Ronnie in front of Elma?
I mean, either way, she's snogging
Yeah,
Ronnie, so
exactly.
it doesn't
Yeah.
even matter.
She knew what she was doing when they
Yeah.
went in there. I know it was Ronnie's choice to go in there, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know
Yeah.
what? I'll give Kaz her points because at the end of the day, she has been very open and honest with everybody.
Yep.
She's told everyone who she likes. If they're in situation, she's made it very clear. Look,
Yeah.
Curtis, I still like you. Ronnie, I like you. I find
Yeah.
Luca attractive.
Yeah.
Like, she's laying all her cards out on the table, so
Yeah.
no one can turn around and be like, hey, Kaz, you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea.
There's
So-
nothing else more that she could do, really.
Yeah,
Do
you
what I
know?
mean? So yeah, I think it's fine.
She's a little bit turbo Kaz, I feel like.
Mm.
I feel like our day one idea of her and Scott getting together, that's
Yeah,
miles away
I
now.
know.
But Ekin did ask Elma how she actually felt. She said, don't say it in front of everyone else. Come and tell me. They could be bonding. They could have made a really good friendship. Do you think she was doing it as a great friend, or do you think she was stirring the pot?
She's been a stirrer, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, like 100%. Like she's supposed to be the best bombshell to ever go in there.
Yes.
This is her job.
But you know what? I do feel like maybe that stir is a little bit needed. I think she did get in Elma's head.
Yeah.
However, I do think she was trying to be realistic with Elma because I feel like Elma was trying to be like, no, it's fine. I told Kaz she can speak to him. Like, I really don't care. But then when Ekin really picked her brain and was like, look, if
Yeah.
Kaz kissed Ronnie, would you like it? And then she was like, actually, no. I'd be a little bit irked.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think she's kind of trying to help her to remind herself that this is the Love Island villa. I know you've got friends, but stay true to your own feelings. And it's okay to be irritated by something.
To be fair, it did create a great cinematic moment.
Oh, it made us
We
scream.
loved it. It gave us the real deep reaction that we wanted and needed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, well done, Ekin.
Well done.
Moving on to Ekin and Curtis. Obviously, they went to the terrace. They had a little kiss.
They did.
And they had another kiss.
They kissed twice.
They said they learnt something about it. Was all very deep, wasn't it? I learnt something about you from that kiss. Do you think you learn things about people from kisses?
I think so.
Do you?
I think first kiss, depending on the vibe, doesn't really count because someone could be nervous or whatever it is. You know, we saw Ronnie and what he did. However, I do think it tells a lot.
But have you ever actually snogged someone and then gone, I've learned something about you? Because I haven't. I've snogged someone and been like, oh, that was nice, or like, that was great, or I really like this person. I've never thought, I've just learned something about you.
Even if you think
like
it.
cheese and onion crisps.
Even if you think it, you don't say it. And he
No,
just
you
said
don't say
and
it.
I was like, the words that come out his mouth sometimes, I'm just like, what? What are you talking about?
And also, I learned something about you from that kiss. You're a very passionate person.
Yeah, but it's like, of course, the kiss was passionate.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing you can tell by a kiss is whether they've done it plenty of times or not. You know, if you're kissing someone that is a bit more experienced or just better at kissing.
I always thought just like, there's no such thing as a bad kiss. And then I went on a date and I kissed the guy at the end and I was like, oh, wow. Oh, no. Like,
Why was it bad though?
I don't think it was a particularly bad kiss. I just like literally felt nothing.
Yeah, because obviously you need the butterflies sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what comes straight away if you do like someone. Though.
And I'd been like chatting to this guy for a long time. So it'd been a long time coming, this kiss. And I walked away and I was like, that is months of my life that I have wasted.
Sometimes I think Kaz did the right thing and then she did
Yeah.
it straight away.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm back to
Exactly.
75-25.
Rip the Band-Aid
I have a
off.
question. Okay, we're all in relationships and we all kiss. Like, we've all been with our partners for some time now. Do you guys ever feel like you forget how to kiss? Like, sometimes
No.
I would like kiss Dammy and I'd have to be like, wait, am I like doing this right again? He's like, yeah, no, you're fine. It's fine. I'm like,
Is
I
that
thought
what
I
you
forgot.
say? That's just overthinking it.
Yeah,
that is.
like I'd be like, is this still good? Like, am I doing it the right? He's like, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, bless
But
you.
like, I
That's
always
so
feel like,
sweet.
I don't know, that just goes through my mind sometimes.
It's a lot of effort kissing those.
Yeah, like it's
sometimes.
actually a lot of mouth
Yeah.
work and movement.
I don't know. I love kissing.
Kissing
I think
is good.
It's one of the most intimate things, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like on the In-Betweeners film. like, it's not cheating because we didn't kiss. There seems to be a lot of competition between Kaz and Ekin. Do you think they're competing for Queen Bee? And who do you think will come out winning?
This is a tough one because knowing Ekin, I've been in the villa with her, like we're actually mates. Ekin fights for what she wants and she's not scared of anyone. She's not going to back down. And I feel like Kaz has the same mindset.
Yeah.
So they both know each other on the outside world, like whatever, but they've not been in the same proximity. And I'm getting the vibe from Kaz that she does want to rustle Ekin's feathers.
Yeah.
And she does want Ekin to know, hey, you're not the only big personality in here. You know, she wasn't losing the plank. You took my man. And I think she's up for a fight.
Yeah, she's a competitive person, isn't she, Kaz? So she's got that fire in her.
Yeah. Because I would have thought that Olivia would have been like the Queen Bee of the villa.
Oh,
and
no.
And then Ekin walked in and you're like, oh, actually.
I can see that with Olivia.
Yeah.
There's something about her that's quite intimidating, I
She
think.
was quite like that in her own season, though,
She's
wasn't
got
it?
this
She was
fierce
just
side to her.
Yeah. I mean, we did see Olivia in her season. I would say she was quite passionate, quite impulsive.
Yeah.
So I would understand why you'd think maybe her and Ekin would butt heads. However, maybe Kaz is our little underdog.
Yes, maybe she is. Hey, Love Island fans, it's that time of year again. Our favourite show is back. eBay is here as the headline sponsor for another fantastic series. And with returning favourite Islanders, we're sure in for a wild ride. Shout out to eBay, bringing pre-loved fashion straight to the villa. Fire pit fits to glam night vibes, this series Islanders are proving pre-loved is always villa ready. For real, these looks are going to turn heads. Here's the best bit. It's now free to sell on eBay, so you can pass on your pre-loved fits and find something new to you. From that going out dress to sharp shirts to statement co-ords, eBay's got your pre-loved fashion down. So get ready for fire pit fun, fab fits, and Love Island mayhem ahead. Don't forget to shop villa-inspired pre-love looks. eBay, sponsors of Love Island. Going back to Kaz, she did say that her man had been stolen by Ekin. And then obviously, bless her, I know she later on did this to someone else, but when she was just laying in the bed feeling sad.
Under the covers.
And then Ekin came over and was like, I kissed Curtis. Oh, very sad.
Yeah, that was a sad moment. But you know what? I feel like that probably gave her the tick to be like, look, I need to get my grafting boots on.
Yeah.
Curtis is kissing. I'm single. Everyone's cracking on. Like, let me just do something. You know?
I think it was like go time at that point. I think she never saw her because her head was just poking out the quilt.
She was cozy.
And her hair just blended into the white duvet. I think that's why she never saw her.
Yeah, bless her.
Obviously, Kaz had said the chapter wasn't closed and that she was still going to get to know Curtis. Do you think now she's snogged Ronnie, that she will still get to know Curtis?
No.
I
You
don't.
don't think so?
I
No.
don't think so. I think that was, she liked Curtis. I don't think she likes Curtis at all.
It's a familiar thing. They've met before. I think the public put them together and it was like, oh, brilliant. We know each other already. The public have put us together. This is lovely. We like each other. Let's get to know each other.
Yeah.
Then Ekin stole him and she was a bit like, okay, well, I'm still going to get to know you. But now that kiss with Ronnie.
Yeah, it's changed the game.
Yeah, I think there is a chemistry there between them, a really good chemistry. And I
Yeah.
think like she was like, I'm going to get to know other people just because it was like she needed to.
Do we think that this could have potentially been a thing to make Curtis jealous? Or do we think she's just really trying to move on?
I think it was a case of she was with Curtis, the public coupled them up, and then Ekin-Su come and stole him away from her, and I think it just kind of annoyed her a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why she was just like, right, I need to like try and get
Yeah.
him back. It was like a competition thing, I think.
Yeah.
Guys, are we getting our first triangle?
What, with
Kaz,
Kaz,
Ronnie and Elma. Like, what is going to happen
Yeah,
in this
I-
situation?
I think she's quite a proud woman. I don't think she'll hang around. I
She
think she'll
won't
be
let it
upset,
stay.
but I don't think she'll hang around. I think she'll move on to the next, but I don't know who that will be. So I'm excited to see.
We need some more Islanders.
We need
Yeah.
some more islands.
Some more boys in here. Moving on to Gabby and Casey. This is unexpected because she kept going about the age thing.
Yes.
Maybe that was all a facade.
I mean, they've both admitted that they do fancy each other.
Yes. And they fancied each other for a long
I think
time.
the age
Yeah.
thing does bother Gabby because
Yeah.
her ex that I know is a lot younger than she
Yeah.
was. So I think that is kind of like a big thing for her. So I think that's like a big reason for her. Really.
Yeah. But hopefully Casey can be the man to thaw her ageist heart. But he
I thought
said,
you called her an ageist tar.
no, to thaw her ageist heart.
Yes.
She said she's got butterflies in her belly. So
Which
the
is
heat
always
is
a good
rising.
sign.
The heat's rising.
Yeah.
I think they're quite well suited, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
I do.
I could see them like being coupled up.
She said that she wants someone that can bring out her fun side. I forgot how much of a wind-up he is and how funny he is to watch.
He
Yes,
is
he
funny,
is.
yeah.
He is brilliant. I'm glad they're sort of starting to chat. She did kiss him as the guy your friends would warn you about. Do you think that was just an excuse to kiss him?
That was an excuse. 100%,
Absolutely,
yeah.
because they've obviously like been familiar before. Casey expressed that, you know, he was a bit gutted when his friends started speaking
Yeah.
to her on the outside. So it's like they've locked eyes and you know that there was something potentially happening. So why would your friends warn you about it?
Kaz technically did warn her, but
Yeah, I think it was an excuse to kiss him because she could have picked Luca as well.
She could have picked.
Yeah.
And she
literally
picked, because she
Luca.
likes them too, so it was like a choice 50-50.
Yeah. Do we think that Casey is a good road for her? Or do you think he might potentially hurt her in the future?
oh, I don't know. I would hope that third time's a charm, as he said.
Yeah.
Like, she's been through a lot. I think if you're
Yeah.
going to mess anyone about, don't do it to Gabby.
And also,
Yeah,
don't come
definitely.
to me saying, oh, I really, really fancy you. Like, I was really gutted that my friend chose you before.
Yeah.
And then screw me over. Like, you better,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
put your work in. now.
Hopefully this is the last time Casey goes into Love Island.
This
This could be the girl.
I saw a meme earlier and it was like, it's January 2058. Casey walks into Love Island All-Stars for the 52nd consecutive year. Gabby is really excited that a bombshell has come in for her. Now, obviously, Indiyah and I came in on the back of the 4x4s
Yes.
on day
Okay,
one.
very lucky,
We
by the
don't
way.
know what it's like to be a bombshell. Alex, you were a bombshell. Like, tell us, what does it feel like to be a bombshell?
Do you know what? I went in there and I was very scared when I went in there, but I didn't show that. I think you've got to go in there and the whole point of view is to rustle feathers and just create something out of nothing.
Yeah.
And to be honest, what I was thinking at the time, like 9 years ago, my boys are watching back home. I need to do something good here. That's what I was thinking. And then obviously I met Olivia, fell in love, and now we have a baby, and that's that.
Yeah.
And happily ever after.
Yeah.
Do you feel like sometimes you're a bit disjointed from the group when you're a bombshell? Or did you find it quite welcoming?
I went in with a guy called James, and then I kind of got on with everyone straight away. And
Yeah.
James was a bit like more reserved, so I felt like he was a bit standoffish.
Yeah.
So I just think it depends on like the personality going in, really.
Yeah.
Scott
Scott and Indiyah.
Scott and Indiyah. What is our overall opinion on Scott and Indiyah right now?
I'm gutted because I voted for them to be together, but I think they like each other as people. Again, they've been put together by the public. There's no one obvious for either of them in there. I feel like, I don't want to say they're forcing it.
They're forcing it. I'm going to say
Okay,
it.
you said for
Look,
me.
I know Scott really well.
Yeah.
And Scott is an overthinker. He overanalyzes things. And like, he couldn't even sit still when he was like, shall I sit here? Shall I sit there? Shall I kiss you? Shall I not?
Yeah.
He thinks about it way too much and he tries to force things and control things.
Yeah.
So I just think he needs to like fully let go and let it just happen naturally and
Yeah.
not force it. But that's what he's doing.
Yeah, you can really literally see through the TV screen that Scott is overthinking.
Yeah.
I feel like Indiyah does have high hopes that this could potentially go somewhere. I feel like she's really making an effort to kind of break out of that platonic friendship between them. But Scott does seem unsure. Maybe because he's not dated in a while.
Yeah.
And he did mention like he's now sober, he's on a different journey. Like he's a different man now, you know? So I think he is second guessing himself a bit, but he doesn't need to.
No.
You know, I think he should just let go and let everything happen. I mean, they had a kiss even. And
we could be totally wrong. They might just not like each other.
Yeah.
It must be terrifying doing the whole like small talk, first kisses, etc. without a glass of wine. Because me and my husband, we went on our first date and we got ratted and we kissed. And then our second date was a roast dinner and we met sober and we
Different
both
vibe.
drove. And I was like, I don't know what to do because we've already kissed, but now it's like 2 p.m. in a car park and we're both sober. So we had like an awkward hug and like a double kiss and we were like,
oh no.
And then at the end of the day, again, still sober, we were both like, do we like kiss now?
Yeah.
So I feel him. I really do.
See, it's mad for me. Like my first last date was in Love Island, like 9 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Like it's crazy. And that's the first kiss I've had.
Yeah. I always used to think that before going on dates. Like, could this be my last first date?
Yeah, like I didn't realize that my last first date was going to be my last first date.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
It's a nice thing to think about, though.
Yeah, it is. Because I think we could all remember our last first date. And like, you know, I was in a red dress.
I remember bits of it. A lot of wine. Moving on. So this could potentially be our first triangle. Olivia, Catherine and Marcel. Now, obviously, Olivia and Marcel have been chatting. The flirting was interesting.
You know what? I'll give him grace because he is genuinely going through a divorce. So it's been a long time since he's been, you know,
since
in the
his last
playground.
first date,
Last first date, last first kiss. Like he's a little bit rusty, you know?
I would be exactly the same as that. If not worse.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would say.
He asked her pretty much straight away, what turns you on?
Yeah, I would have literally said,
I feel like he was asking one question and she sort of circled it back to what he should have said, which is like, what do you look for in a guy?
Yeah.
She was like,
she handled that well.
Yeah,
She
maturity,
did.
which you are. You are very mature.
yeah.
Apart from that question,
Apart from that question, you're very mature.
Because he did actually answer the questions well. Like he still didn't try and divert it back to a more like sexual conversation. I think he kind of got the hint and probably in his head. You know when you have like word vomit?
Yeah.
Maybe he
that's what
didn't
he
even
had.
mean to say that.
Yeah.
But he's just like, oh wait, no, that was the wrong word.
Yeah.
But it's like, I've got to go with it now.
And narrows out into the universe. I can't take it back. Oh no.
Yeah.
Olivia surprised us all last night when she got quite emotional after Luca didn't pick her for the three-way kiss in the game. I mean, I would not want to be picked for a three-way kiss, but each
It's
their
a
own.
bit of a weird one to be sad about.
I did not get to get other people's germs in my mouth. How sad. Do we think they're closed off now, Luca and Olivia?
Absolutely.
I think so.
Yeah.
Do you think that Luca was in the wrong? Because I know this is probably coming from a lad perspective, but it's not really a thing.
They're not really a thing, but
No.
I do feel like it's just the harsh reality of finding out the person you're coupled up with actually doesn't find you attractive, and then you find that out in a challenge.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Luca's fault or is that just
No.
Olivia's feelings?
I think the
Do you
only
know what
thing
I mean?
Luca should have done differently was he should have said to her directly, I'm a bit dubious because you were talking to my friend on the outside, instead of saying it to Kaz when he knew, like, it's the Love Island villa.
It gets
like,
around.
It's going to get
but
back
before
to him,
you get
yeah.
as soon as you've told one person, it's going to get back to the person before you have a chance to tell them. You know, it's not like on telly when they go, you need to tell him, all right, Will.
Yeah.
It will just get back to them. So he should, I think, gone and like fronted that up. But apart from that, no, I don't think he did anything wrong.
If Kaz never went back and obviously told Liv what would happen, when would have Luca actually, you know, come clean and be like, look, Olivia, I don't think it's going to work out. I feel like it was a little bit of a cop-out then to just kiss somebody else. And the question as well, oh, who do you find most attractive? And now Olivia's thinking, wait, why are you not kissing me? Like, what's going on? And then obviously words are getting back.
It's a pride thing as well.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah. And it's a tough conversation to have. Like, you want to make sure all your feelings are in the right place before you start telling people things.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Talking of the game, Marcel chose Catherine for a slow dance.
Yes,
And
he
she said
did.
she'd never danced like that before. She said it was very sensual.
It was really
Very
sweet the way she
intimate.
said it. Like,
I
she
don't
was
think
so
he learned
happy
those
about
moves
it.
from Blazing Squad.
No.
though. I don't think that's where he got them from.
Crossroads.
Do we think those two will pan out?
I'd like to see it.
I really like Catherine. I've met her on the outside. She's a
Yeah,
really,
she's
really lovely
great.
girl. But I think that's the issue is she's too nice.
Do you think so?
I think she always says, I get what I want and stuff, but I don't think she will push hard enough.
But I don't think she wants Marcel. I think she might explore him. I do think they're having a nice conversation. But at this very moment, she's having better like friendship conversations with Naz and a lot more banter.
Yeah.
I think obviously Marcel picking her for a dance has caught her by surprise.
Yeah.
And now that might like open her eyes and be like, hey, maybe I'll give him a chance.
Yeah.
But I don't see her pursuing him deeply.
No,
I think Marcel is fully invested in Olivia.
Yeah.
Unless Catherine does make a move, I don't think Marcel's even going to go for it.
I think it was just nice to try. Like, they're single, and I don't think him and Catherine have had much conversation.
No.
So he was like, actually, let me give you a chance. And it did work out nicely. But I'm not sure about the romantic side.
I think Catherine and Naz, like we said, we didn't expect it
No, not
to
at all.
blossom. But, you know, they liked the kiss. They're having good chat.
She did say she would kiss him again.
Would return 5 stars.
I don't know if this is going to happen.
But you know
Don't
what it
ruin
is?
the fairy tale, Alex.
Sorry. And I'm not just going against it. I just generally think it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I think maybe we needed 2 more bombshells each.
Yes.
Just to throw it in there.
Like, this is what happens when 2 people are just great personalities. You almost start imagining like, oh, maybe this is romantic. But no, they're just 2 brilliant people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that really get on well.
Well, I cannot wait till tonight because we're going to find out all the answers to our questions. Alex, we've had 3 dates. Please, will you come back for a 4th?
Fine, I'll come back tomorrow.
So we will all see you on ITVX, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts tomorrow morning. Enjoy tonight's episode. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.